And welcome to all of you, and again, this is Mike Rato, and I hope you kind of enjoyed my new intro. And I'm planning to do some other superstars in the near future. And for today, we're going to talk about Heel versus Face, MVP, and his career path during his run in the WWE. So, here we go. Well, I hope you all subscribe for more videos and click on the bell to stay notified. And also, while I'm trying a different types of intros for my videos, and I hope you all like it. And yeah, subscribe now to stay on my channel and click on the bell to stay notified. So here we go. Well, MVP debuted as a arrogant heel, which he calls himself the biggest draft on SmackDown, or the biggest acquisition of SmackDown that time, while he was actually having backstage segments with Teddy Long and many superstars at that time. He was arrogant and he was put on a match and a rivalry with Kane. Rivalry, well, it helped for a way to actually made the Brothers of Destruction back, and the BOD, well, they returned on an episode of SmackDown, which him and Mr. Kennedy team up. And yeah, before that reunion, while they have matches with each other, and MVP and Mr. Kennedy helping each other in some occasions. Mr. Kennedy helping MVP, and then the reciprocal of that friendship. And then yeah, after his rivalry with Kane, and he was actually put on a fire after the Armageddon match, because it's an Inferno match, which the only Inferno match that Kane I think won. So yeah, nearly forgot while he was a heel during this time. And when he returned, while he won the US title against Chris Benoit, and who can forget? Well, who actually doesn't forget about the rivalry between MVP and Matt Hardy for the US title, which is a long feud between the two. When you think about it, the rivalry between the two, they have a basketball match, a chess match, every single competition between the two. Like it's the first Team Hell No, but it's not. Well, Team Hell No actually made a huge friendship in the end, but for MVP and Matt Hardy, it's just pure tag team just for the tag titles. While when they won the tag team titles, they have a run for it, and as the tag team champion, while he was also the United States champion. And still the tension was there, and the tension actually built up yet again when they actually lost the tag titles, which MVP attacking Matt Hardy, thus ending the partnership and reigniting the feud. And when Matt Hardy was actually injured and absent for a long time, while MVP had different feuds, which, well, some of his feuds ended in some time of technicalities, like he still retained the title, countouts and disqualifications, something like that. When Matt Hardy returned, while he actually defeated MVP for the title, and MVP's reign was ended. And then after that, while he went for a jobber type of career, which he was used as an enhancement talent, and he was defeated by a lot of stars in 2008. And he actually turned face also this year somehow, in which, while he turned face after winning a match against the Big Show, and when he turned face, well, later on he has his pursuits now in 2009 for the US title, which he won. And then after losing the title, well, he had this tag team with Mark Henry, and they were actually having matches with Jericho, which they challenged for the title, but most of their matches, well, they lose their opportunity at the tag team championships, and they lost their contendership, something like that. So MVP during this time, well, He was now a babyface and he was loved by the crowd while he was on the mid card scene or sometimes on the lower card scene. And then in 2010, well, he had pursuits again for the US title, which he failed. And then, yeah, well, he kind of lost matches in 2010. And then before he left, well, he was drafted to SmackDown. And when he was drafted to SmackDown, well, he was defeated on his matches. And he actually had a new theme song, which he actually used it now in 2020 when he returned. The Ballers Anthem, which he changed the I'm Coming. And then when he left WWE, he had actually entered different promotions. And then, yeah, he actually returned for a segment on 2018 on Raw's 25th anniversary, where he was actually featured backstage playing with the other legends there. And then after that, well, he returned in the Royal Rumble, which in his return, well, he was mostly dominated by Brock Lesnar because Brock is dominating the first half of the match. And then, well, he actually had stated that he wants to retire, but it didn't happen after his match with Ray. He has separate matches while he fought Drew McIntyre, and then he was fighting and then still on the lower card or mid card, and then he was putting over superstars. And then later in that year, while he is still a babyface at this point, and later on, while he joined Bobby Lashley, and then he created the Hurt Business. But first, well, he turned heel a segment before Money in the Bank, I think so, or something like that. And then when he turned heel, well, he started this arrogant MVP status yet again. And then later on, well, he kind of motivated Bobby Lashley to be this dominant yet again, which led to Bobby Lashley actually challenging Drew McIntyre for a title match. Well, in this case, well, they were building Bobby Lashley back to dominance, and now MVP as his mic talker, and he was creating segments, entertainment segments as a heel. And when they actually created the Hurt Business, well, Shelton Benjamin joined them, and they have this dominant matches on Raw, which, well, when they were dominating, they were seen fighting the Retribution, something fighting the group of Ricochet and the mid-card stars, and they were actually featured on Raw Underground, destroying all of the guys there. Yeah. And then, while MVP crowned himself the United States champion during his feud with Apollo Crews, which, well, he was the US champion somehow, but he isn't, because he took possession of the new title, which he debuted this year, and then Apollo Crews defeated him in their rivalry. And then later on, while Bobby Lashley won the said title from Apollo Crews, and then they were joined by Cedric Alexander, thus having this group now extend to 4 groups. And then they were fighting Retribution, and then they were having segments on Monday Night Raw where they were just business. There's nothing personal, regardless of face or heel, while they are fighting their enemies, their common enemies, and something like that. So the Hurt Business is more dominant, more than ever, and this actually elevated the 4 of them. And they were actually main eventing Raw sometimes on occasions when Randy Orton is not feuding for the WWE Championship, while when the Retribution is still the big thing on Monday Night Raw during their debuts and actually assaulting everyone. While they made a huge deal for that group before their initial debut, which after that, while they were having this, well, I'm not sure about a storyline about the Retribution group. And as for the Hurt Business, well, they were still dominating. So this is the video for Heel versus Face MVP, and I hope you all like it. Like this video, comment on below, share, subscribe, and again, peace and thank you.